everybody. The other day I came across a video on how quiet people get respect without saying much, and I found the topic quite interesting, so I'd like to share with you what I learned from it. So firstly is the power of strategic quiet communication. So the most powerful communicators are often quiet, and being shy or quiet is not always a weakness, but it can be a significant advantage. So there's this thing called a contribution score, and like everyone has it. So an example of this is like in my core critical thinking class, we were all having a debate on self-driving cars and like the impact, like whether we should have it or not, because like if we did, then who would be responsible in case there was a crash or some accident. So then we were just debating about the pros and cons, and I one of my classmates, every single time they'd always be the first one to speak, but then and they'd speak a lot all the time, but then whenever they like said something, they would always be like, what about and they'd always like stumble over their words just because they always wanted to be the one talking. However, another one of my classmates was usually quiet. Well, they don't like, it wasn't like it doesn't mean like you shouldn't speak at all, but they still speak, but only when they are sure they have something really valuable to say. So then everyone knows that whenever that one particular classmate decides to speak up, then the whole entire room just goes silent and listens to what she has to say, because they know that what she has to contribute is something like worth putting forwards. So yeah, here basically are 5 advantages on like basically just like staying more quiet in a meeting or conversation. So firstly is people reveal themselves around you. So when you're quiet, sometimes you might find that you're just sitting there and then someone starts coming up to you and talking to you, and then they start telling you about how their whole entire day was, and you're just sitting there thinking, well, I didn't even say anything, why are they telling me so much? But actually it's because when you're silent, it actually makes silence makes most people uncomfortable, so they try to fill that empty space with honest, revealing thoughts. And yeah, people will like tell you a lot of things. So an example is at school, sometimes like or like there's like some people I want to make friends with, so I go up to them and I start talking, but sometimes like they don't say anything back, so I feel like it's really awkward and the whole entire conversation is on me. So I start asking about, oh, how was your weekend? And then when they say like a really brief answer, I have to take control of the conversation and just start going into detail about, oh, but for me, my weekend was, and I start telling them all of the details about how my day was, even though they didn't ask. So yeah, when they will often fill the empty space with like honest, revealing thoughts, and you will hear what like other people truly think, and not just like what they want you to think. So it basically just reveals more, and it lets you understand how to connect with them better. So a tip for this is like, don't respond immediately. Instead, just like count to 3 and look interested, and this will prompt the other person to open up and share more personal stories, so then you know more about them and what they're interested in, so you can connect in a deeper way. Secondly is you can build authority without trying. So when people like speak less in meetings, they often get more respect, and silence will often make words more impactful. So yeah, often like in meetings, like when I have like debates in school, like every Thursday we have like debates in my like form group, and well, I remember the last one was about whether we should ban energy drinks for like young people. And often people will like compete for attention, and everyone will just start arguing all at once. And yeah, so basically don't like never speak, because then you'll be invisible and like no one will ever notice you anyways. But just like speak less but meaningfully, like similar to what I said before. So avoid the chatter and wait until the right moment to share your thoughts, so then it will land deeper. So like wait at least like until 3 people have already spoken, and then deliver your like key insight or what you want to share. thirdly is you'll notice what others will miss. So when you like spend less time on always focusing on like thinking, oh, I have to say something now, then you can actually spend more of your energy observing like subtle cues, and it can heighten your senses, because like communication isn't always about what you say or what like it's about like it's also about what you see or sense or what you hear or feel. So when you don't talk as much, you can focus your attention more on like the micro expressions, the body language, the tone or the energy that people are speaking, and this way you have more like deeper like understanding on how the other person is truly feeling. So it like helps you read between the lines and like realize what is not being said, and this can make you let you like focus on how you say things and like reflect it back to them. So an example of this is like when me and my friends were all deciding where to go after like it was like on the weekends, and we decided to all hang out, and we were all deciding, oh, maybe we should go watch this movie in the cinema. And I was listening to the others discuss what movie to watch, and then I noticed that one of my friends didn't really look as excited as the rest. Like I could see that they were a bit slouched and they wasn't participating as much as they would have. So then I managed to pick up on these cues, and I asked them, oh, you don't seem really excited, what's going on? Do you not want to like watch this or something? And then they said that, yeah, no, the movie looks a bit scary and I don't think I'm really interested in this. And they were like, I didn't think anyone would notice that I wasn't as excited. So this helped me get a deeper connection with my friend, and actually helped me like notice what they were actually feeling and pick up on the cues. So fourthly is your words will have more impact. So similar to what I've mentioned before, only speak when you have something truly valuable to say, because silence will build tension, which makes your words seem smarter and more meaningful, because the timing matters on what you're going to say. If you speak too much like all the time, then your words will have less of an impact, because like you've been talking the whole entire time. But if you haven't, then more people will actually focus in. So a tip for this is to write down before an important conversation what you want to say, then cross out half of that, and then ask yourself, if I could only say one line in this specific section, what would I say? And then this is where you like distill all your words down to the essence, and it will resonate more with the other people, and you're sure that like everything you say actually has an impact. So fifth is to build it helps you build composure. So it actually helps you remain calm under pressure, because loud people, they try to fill in the silence and just blurt out random things. But quiet people are often used to the silence, and they're comfortable in stillness, which means they will be grounded in chaos. An example of this is magicians. Like when you do a trick and you mess up, like obviously the magicians are very good at just like pretending that this was all part of a trick. If they stay silent and composed and just carry on, then it seems like the whole entire thing was planned and it was supposed to go like this if a trick goes wrong. But imagine if a magician was like just really clumsily trying to cover up their mistakes and like apologizing, then like obviously everyone would know what went wrong. So an tip for this is to take 3 deep breaths before you like enter a meeting room or something, and it helps you relax and tell your senses that everything will be all right, and it helps your heart rate drop. So in conclusion, I think, yeah, the main point to take away from this is don't be like absolutely like quiet, obviously, because then like nobody will really notice you. But like just don't try to just like speak when you have something really valuable to say that you know can contribute to the discussion, and yeah, then the words will have more impact and you be like you gain more authority without really like trying. And that's all for today. Bye.